Hi friends, welcome back to our summer scale challenge. We are on week 4. This week we're doing 2 octave scales on A major and F sharp harmonic minor. Now if you remember your F sharp harmonic minor scale from your 1 octave scale, if you studied it before, you might remember that the fingering is kind of tricky. But if you learned it properly the first time in 1 octave, building 2 octaves is actually a little bit easier at this stage of the game because you've already started the fingering patterns that you need to carry it through several octaves. So you're going to start to see the crossing patterns on 4s and 3s alternating much more clearly right away. I'll demonstrate the F sharp minor scale for you. Watch it carefully. Read it out if you want to, if you're somebody who feels like you'll learn it better looking at the finger pattern repeating, but really just kind of do it slowly and mindfully and your fingers will start to catch on. This week you might need to get to the piano a little bit more frequently. This is where your tally will come in. You might want to keep track of how many times you've practiced it and see if you can kind of get up to it a few times a day. The more you do of it, the more it'll stick. So it's just about kind of slow, mindful repetition until you get it under your fingers. Okay, so let's dig in to A major and F sharp harmonic minor. All right, when we play an A major scale in 2 octaves, you're going to build that 2 octave scale the same exact way that you built all of your other white key scale fingering so far. So we're going to start on A in your right hand and play to finger 3, cross your thumb under, play until finger 4, cross your thumb under again, play until finger 3, cross your thumb under again, and land with 5. Play towards your thumb, 3, 4, 3. Hopefully this fingering is starting to get a little bit more familiar. You're just starting on a different note and watching out for your A major terrain, your C sharp, your F sharp, and your G sharp. The left hand will look like this. Play all the way to your thumb. We alternate 3, 4, 3. Back down, cross after 3, cross after 4, cross after 3, and finish the scale. Hands together will look like this. You can play it as slowly as you want, as long as it's steady. This brings us to F sharp minor. Now this tends to be a little bit of a challenge, but if you studied the F sharp minor scale in 1 octave, you're at a big advantage because you're going to see that the patterns that you created in 1 octave are just going to repeat up the scale, and you're going to continue doing what you already did in terms of crosses. So I'll remind you that the right hand starts with finger 3 and then plays finger 4 on your G sharp. Finger 1 comes to A, finger 3 on C sharp and then cross under. Remember, we're using the harmonic form, so the 7th note is E, but we're going to raise it to E sharp. Finger 3 would naturally land on F sharp. This is where we normally come back down, but we're going to do another octave. So this is exactly how we started your first octave. Finger 3 was on F sharp. We're just going to continue up. Finger 4 was already on G sharp. Your thumb comes under again. And back down the way you came. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. Do you see how my hand is eager to get to this relaxed state? Every time I cross, I don't leave my thumb under. I pull my hand right around. So the swifter you are and more complete you are with your crosses, the easier this scale is going to be. Let's try your left hand. We're going to start on finger 4. And remember, we're going to alternate our crosses, 4s, 3s, and 4s, 3s, and all the way up the scale. So we're going to start with 4. Ran out of fingers, we go to finger 3. Here's your raised 7th. Finger 4 comes over. 3. Here I'm going to end with 4 because I'm going to prepare to do more octaves. Instead of continuing, I'm going to come back down. 1, all the way up and over. 3, all the way to 4, under. So my hands together in a 2-octave F sharp harmonic minor scale are going to look like this. Do you see my 3s and 4s are kind of perched on the keys, ready to go in a really relaxed hand position? I'm not anticipating that cross yet. I'm just going to play these first notes in the most comfortable way that I can and then cross. Okay, that wraps up your tutorial for this week. If you find that it takes a little bit longer for these scales to cook, that's totally okay. If you find you're getting behind and your previous week's scales haven't totally gelled under your fingers yet, bring them with you to the next week. You don't have to stop the challenge. You can catch back up. But a lot of these scale fingerings inform the others, so the more you do, the more they'll make sense under your hands, and the more they'll start to feel like they're coming a little bit more intuitively. So just keep working at them. Slow, mindful, repetitive practice is best, and get to the piano a little more frequently if you have to. You don't have to sit down for a long period of time practicing scales. Just see if you can get to the bench to practice them, play them through a couple times, and then walk away more frequently, and I promise they will start to feel better. And as always, whatever you're playing this week, I hope you enjoy the music in your home.